Okay, so I guess it's recording down here. Give this a shot. Let's take a quick look at Yahoo and see what's going on today. AG Barr sends Trump his resignation letter. Trump tweets resignation of Attorney General William Barr. No surprise. President Trump announced Monday that Attorney General William Barr has submitted his resignation and will be stepping down just before Christmas. Merry Christmas, Attorney General Bill Barr. It was nice having you around, said Trump. It's been real. It's like, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. We all pretty much knew Trump was going to fire Attorney General Bill Barr. Let me see. Florida, who cares? Most Americans want stimulus checks, rejects GOP's red line on liability protections. Poll shows. Liability protections. We all know what stimulus checks is, but what's a liability protection? The liability, hold on. While Congress remains gridlocked on the next debt relief or next relief deal, Americans know what they want. A second round of stimulus checks, please. Yeah, let me get that measly $1,200 or $500, whatever the hell. I mean, I pretty much didn't get anything, so whatever. 2 in 3 Americans said stimulus checks were the most important provision of the next relief deal, according to the latest Yahoo Finance. Of course, everyone wants that check. A liability shield just doesn't make sense to people. No kidding. People don't understand why that would be a priority, and they still haven't explained what it is. Jabenga Aguilera, a senior economist at the Center for American Progress, a nonprofit public policy research and advocacy, told Yahoo Money a liability shield is not going to put food on the table. It's not going to keep people on. So what is a liability shield? The liability shield will protect businesses, educational institutions, and other employers from coronavirus-related claims from workers who get sick while regularly going to work. It's what Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell called a red line for Republicans for stimulus negotiations. Could be left to the next deal if Democrats agree to next or key provision. So basically, if my employer forces me to go to work and I have to do my job to get money to get paid so I can pay my bills, and I get sick and I get corona, basically my employer cannot be sued. They cannot be held liable. And I do work in the healthcare industry, so I mean, it does impact me, but it really doesn't. I mean, I've worked in the healthcare industry since I was 17, and I've been exposed to some pretty nasty stuff. And if I got it, I got it. I really didn't think I'd be able to sue anybody, so that's no surprise. Popeyes launches chocolate vignettes as serving. Who cares? GOP. Trump allies eye long shot election reversals in Congress, testing Pence. I mean, I can't even. President Donald Trump lost key swing states by clear margins. His barrage of lawsuits claiming widespread voting fraud has been almost universally dismissed, most recently by the Supreme Court. And Monday, the Electoral College will formally cast the majority of its votes for President-elect Joe Biden. Well, we know that. But as the president continues to refuse to concede, a small group of his most loyal backers in Congress is plotting a final stage challenge on the floor of the House of Representatives. So they're going to do one last ditch effort in the House. It's a waste of time. Thanks, Yahoo. Let's go to Fox News real quick. See what's going on their agenda here. Biden adjusts the nation. Harry clinches electoral college victory. turn the page. Okay. Trump reveals AG living posts. COVID vaccine rollout begins. Azar has warning. Surprise, surprise. This was only Sunday morning news program to ignore Hunter Biden scandal. Authorities seek adults who left 2-year-old boy with no Goodwill drop-off. That's boy two abandoned at a Goodwill drop-off in Mississippi with extra clothes note. Police. Mississippi responded to Monday to a Goodwill
Keep up to
drop-off.
date with the Fox News app. Follow all races across the nation.
Yeah, like I'm going to download the Fox News app. Fat chance. Mississippi police responded Monday to a Goodwill drop-off where a healthy 2-year-old boy was abandoned with a change of clothes and a note that said, "Child abandoned, no number for mom." Male is approximately 2 years old and is unable to give name for the names of his parents or relatives. Of course, he's 2 years old. The South Hazen Police Department said, "This is horrible. Look at that." Here's a picture of the mom. If anyone recognizes this person, I mean, it looks like Lil Wayne. I mean, come on. Police found the note in a plastic Kroger bag dropped off with the boy. Also inside was a change of clothes and some food, according to the station. The station reported interviewing a Goodwill worker who took the child. There's her car. What the hell's that thing? Something doesn't make sense here. Why? I mean, at least she didn't do anything horrible that we're reading about. I mean, there's worse things have been done than dropping a child off at Goodwill. Let's check the face facts real quick. Bill Barr's resigning. Forensic audit for academic claims system is designed to create fraud. I might talk about this another time. My initial thoughts as soon as I saw the Dominion, I didn't know it was Dominion. I didn't even know the name. But as soon as the last election we had was presidential with Trump back in 2018, we went and voted, and that was the last election where we had I forget the specific name. But it was basically a computer that collected the votes and little print receipt printed out with the who voted, but what the votes were. It was pretty simple. Next year, I went in and I was surprised to see the scanning software set up. It was a little odd. In my experience, I have a lot of extensive experience with scanning software and it's just the scanning technology, and I can't go into it. It's for a good portion of my life, I've dealt with that in a medical setting, and I mean that as soon as I saw it, I knew there were going to be issues. I'm not surprised. It's more than a 68 error rate. A forensic audit of the presidential vote tally by Dominion Voting Systems software used in Antrim County, Michigan, showed a more than 68% error rate, with auditors claiming the system intentionally creates the errors so the machine can adjudicate them and change results. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if it intentionally creates the errors. I think the system searches for, in the matter of fairness, I think that the software is designed to audit the scanned image, and then once it's audited, it's not really automated, but there's a user behind there that looks at what's been quote unquote audited by the machine, and then audited by a human person. That's basically how it's supposed to go. And at the end of the day, the human person makes the call. So this is it's not as automated as people think it is. Yeah, could they have uploaded the USB drive and added votes in or whatever? Yeah, anything's possible with technology, but I'm more worried about the people that are auditing the machine itself, the actual users of the software dominion. Probably weren't trained properly. In my experience, a lot of people that use this type of software, it takes them a while to get trained and to be effective. Sometimes years. Not everyone's a techno guru. There's a bunch of techno duds out there. So I could go on and on and on about this. It's a disgrace. Um, is there a full-fledged way of making sure that an election is secure? Obviously, I'm testing out the IVCam here with my iPhone. Yeah, I mean, there is a full-fledged way, which is paper, but then, when you use just paper ballots, there's always there's always ways to put fraud into the system, and you're not gonna get rid of that. I mean, there is human error at every level of these election scenarios, and that's with any other process. Um, just putting out a spreadsheet together with a list of clients you're working on, and with the information within the clients, that's hard to at a mass scale. Let's say you have a few thousand clients you're working with, which is what I'm familiar with. It's difficult to keep it accurate. I mean, once I get a good analysis of what I have, I'm looking in front of me. There's always something wrong, and I'm at the point now where I just can't blame Dominion per se. I blame the committee persons, people running the elections. None of them probably really understand technology, and it's just a cluster mess. You know. So yeah. Anyway, I mean, this is the deal. I'm testing out the software, and we'll see how it works out. But just do some commenting on the news right now. Take it a little slow. Tried many different things right now with YouTube. I'm just creating my own videos and whatnot, and nothing really seems to to to, to catch my fancy. I have a lot to say. I have a big mouth sometimes, but I've been really quiet lately since this whole political election and all that stuff going on. I've been very quiet and very, sometimes scared to say anything, because when I do, it turns into a fight, and it's not me picking the fights. So, but I'm just here testing out the software, see what we got going on here. Um, let's explore some of my memories. Oof. And LinkedIn, Twitter. There we go. It's a picture of my grandmother right there. And that's my sister, aunt, and grandma. It's a nice picture. So we got some other pictures here. There we go. My aunt helping my grandma. My grandmother passed away this year. So there's a lot of pictures of her on here. Uncle Vince, Grandma Vinny, Vincenzo, Pops. Yeah, these are cute pictures. Little babies. Look at that handsome guy right there. Oh my gosh. It's pretty cool. So we'll see my baby girl face. So Bella, my babies. Um so that's that for now. Let's leave it at that. I'm using Camtasia for this right here. This is Camtasia. Testing this out, and I'm also using IVCam for the iPhone, where I can connect my iPhone to my Bluetooth on the PC, on the network, and I can use the iPhone as a webcam. That's pretty much what I'm testing right now. Camtasia and IV Pro. I tried using my Hero GoPro 7 to set this up, and here it's apparently I need an extra piece of hardware that's going to cost me $100 or something. I don't know. I might be able to have a workaround. We'll figure it out. Actually, the Hero 7 does have Bluetooth, so I don't know why. I got to do a little bit more research. There might be a way to hack it, but for now I'm done. And till next time, if there is a next time.